for Facebook campaign on Amplitude, but I'm not seeing the line move for retention. Did we set it up wrong?
Okay, so I will share, Scott and Beth. It's this specific campaign that we're looking to see because this is the Facebook campaign that we launched a few days ago. And so my colleague was worried that because there was no change in retention that we might have set it up wrong. We have other Amplitude campaigns that are running, but this one specifically was the worry.
Are you familiar with this out of the box retention, Scott?
I'm more curious about the ad account ID filter here. Is this an event property? Where is this being set? Does not appear like there's data in the retention chart at all.
Actually, it's also filtering by live users. That might also be the issue because you have a segment there for live users. Actually, if you just click back on your browser, that'll bring back the filter. And so maybe just remove the live users segment and just see what you get now, because that might also be skewing things.
You could do Amplitude segments and then all users under the Amplitude
Yeah.
segments drop down. Just click
Yeah.
all users. And then if you remove the ad account ID filter, maybe just refresh the page because it looked like it populated a second ago after the page refreshed. I am curious about the ad account ID property that is being filtered on here. If you click add filter and start typing that in, ad account ID, I'm curious about what event sets that ad account ID and where it is set. Like, is that stored on page view? Do you know where that property is set?
So it won't let me click into it. I tried to earlier just to have it ready for you guys because the video that my colleague sent me, you were able to click into it and see the events and different sections of. When he first sent me the video, it was 40 people and now it's 44. So I can tell it's moving, but it's definitely not moving that much.
Thing we do to test it, if we do a group by any active event or pull in any active event to a chart and then group by event name filtered by that property, would that show us what events it's
And then also to be clear in the data that Facebook ads is sending in, Facebook isn't going to send in user level data. Like it's going to send in campaign and UTM level data and spend. And so it can do like ROAS reporting based on UTMs from events, but it's not going to update user properties on a specific user. So I don't think that looking at a retention chart is where you're going to see that Facebook source data. You can filter by like UTMs and look at what user traffic have we captured from Facebook as a source for those user specific reporting. So I think that's part of the problem is I don't think that retention is going to take into account the Facebook ad source specifically.
Yeah, probably the better way would be is if you're sending UTM data and you're capturing a specific campaign, if you want to know, is a specific Facebook campaign driving retention? If you're tracking the UTM campaign, you could filter by that as a user property and then see how that's impacting retention. And that might be the better way to go about it.
Could you show me that?
Yeah, sure. So if you go back to the retention chart you were looking at, I would change this filter. Yeah, you can remove that one and then add filter. And let's see what UTM properties we have to work with. If we look at your data and look at the page viewed or take another step back as well, is this an app or is this web tracking or both?
I am pretty sure the actual product Gen Farm is an app that's only released currently soft launch in the Philippines.
And then we can actually look, if you scroll down on the left under the data section, scroll down further, data, and then go to events, we can see what we're working with here. Now, I'm interested in page or screen, which it does not look like we have. The other thing we can check is session started. You have those Amplitude default session started events. We can see if there's UTM values recorded there. But what I'm guessing, and this is Unity SDK, so this is truly a mobile app, unless you are passing UTM parameters in some way into the app, you're not going to have that attribution available within the app.
So usually with the mobile apps as well. So generally out of the box tracking can't capture the UTM. So usually we will have to partner with with mobile attribution platforms like AppsFlyer, Branch. You say you're using those?
Yeah, we have
Absolutely.
AppsFlyer as well.
Okay, is that integrated with Amplitude?
Yeah, that's what my colleague was doing, was that we had just started to integrate it with that Facebook campaign. And so that's why he was worried that something was wrong.
Okay. I think that there's some knowledge to be shared around what these different tools are going to do. So AppsFlyer is going to be your attribution reporting tool, like where downloads coming from. And Amplitude will be your product analytics tool on how people are using the app. But without passing attribution data specifically into Amplitude, you're not going to do that attribution reporting about an app specifically, because that data just isn't there. It's not ingested in Amplitude right now.
How do I add the UTC data into Amplitude? Because that's kind of what I'm hearing that I need to do.
You will need to pass some sort of UTM data when a download is attributed into Amplitude. If you can do that manually, that's great. That is something that you could potentially have your engineers, if they are capturing UTM data server side, though there are gaps. And mobile attribution is a hard problem that no one has completely solved. And that is in large part because iOS restricts one-to-one user data from app downloads on the Apple Store. On the Android market, it's not as big of a deal. Those are problems that can be solved. But if you have an iOS app as well, there are going to be users that you can't attribute definitively
Yeah, this is
one-to-one.
actually an iOS campaign specifically.
So you're going to have a gap there.
If you click into your sources, do you have AppsFlyer added there? Just on the left menu there? Okay, yeah. So you might have AppsFlyer integrated with the Facebook ads, but definitely what's going to get you closer there is at least adding AppsFlyer in the sources list. Integrating AppsFlyer directly into Amplitude is going to help at least pass some of that data. So that's definitely get you more information than you have now. So that's definitely the way to go, but getting a complete picture because of the limitations with iOS in general. But this should at least give you some data that you don't have.
Take a look at the documentation that I am sharing in the chat and share that with your engineers as well. Part of the requirements are going to be to make sure that advertising IDs are available in Amplitude so that connection from AppsFlyer to Amplitude works. It's going to try and match based on those advertising IDs. So you need to make sure that those are being set on user profiles. And so that will get you as close as you can get, as long as you're capturing that data.
That's amazing. I really appreciate it, you guys. Thank you.